A glacier that looks like it's bleeding. A lake that can kill without a wave. A cave sealed from the world for millions of years. And an island so dangerous, people are banned from visiting. Some places on Earth look like they belong in a horror movie. These are 10 creepiest places on Earth that actually exist. Let's start with one that looks impossible. Deep in Antarctica, there's a glacier that looks like it's bleeding. It's called Blood Falls, and from a distance, it looks like dark red blood pouring out of the ice. But it's not blood. The red color comes from iron-rich salt water trapped beneath the glacier. When that water finally reaches the surface and touches oxygen, the iron reacts with the air and turns red, almost like rust. That's what makes this place so creepy. You're looking at white ice, freezing temperatures, and then suddenly, a red stain flowing out of the glacier like something from a nightmare. It looks fake, but it's completely real. Geography can be terrifying. In Tanzania, there's a lake that looks beautiful from above, but it is one of the creepiest lakes on Earth. It's called Lake Natron. The water is extremely alkaline, almost like a natural chemical bath. The lake's harsh conditions can preserve dead animals, leaving them looking stiff, pale, and almost statue-like. Now, to be clear, the lake does not instantly turn animals into stone. But when birds or other animals die near the lake, the minerals and chemicals in the water can help preserve their bodies in a way that looks disturbing. That's why photos from Lake Natron look so unreal. A calm red lake, dead animals preserved along the shore, and water so harsh most creatures cannot survive in it. This next place is one of the scariest because the danger is invisible. In Cameroon, there's a volcanic lake called Lake Nyos. At first glance, it looks like a normal lake. Quiet, still, peaceful. But in 1986, something terrifying happened. The lake suddenly released a massive cloud of carbon dioxide gas. The gas rolled down into nearby villages, pushing away the oxygen in the air. People and animals nearby suffocated. There was no giant wave, no explosion like in a movie, no fire, just invisible gas moving silently through the area. That's what makes Lake Nyos so terrifying. The danger came from the lake itself, but people couldn't see it coming. Today, scientists monitor the lake and have installed systems to reduce the risk, but the story still feels unreal. A lake that can kill without touching you. Deep in the Peruvian Amazon, there is a river so hot that falling in could seriously burn you. It's known as the Boiling River. Steam rises from the water as it cuts through the jungle. In some areas, the river gets nearly boiling hot. It can cause severe burns, and small animals that fall in may not survive. The strangest part? It is not right next to a volcano. For a long time, stories about the river sounded like a legend. A boiling river hidden in the Amazon sounds impossible, but it is real. Scientists believe the heat comes from deep geothermal activity underground, where hot water rises through cracks in the earth. Imagine walking through the rainforest and finding a river that looks like it belongs on another planet. A normal-looking jungle, a steaming river, water hot enough to kill. That is creepy geography. There is a cave in Europe that was sealed off from the outside world for millions of years. It's called Movile Cave, and it is in Romania. The air inside is toxic, low in oxygen, and filled with strange gases like hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. But here's the creepy part. Life still survives down there. Inside the cave, scientists found strange insects, spiders, and other creatures living in complete darkness. They do not depend on sunlight like most ecosystems on Earth. Instead, the cave's life survives through chemical energy. That means Movile Cave is like its own hidden world, sealed away, poisonous, dark, and alive. It almost feels like something from a science fiction movie. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. It looks like a place humans should not be able to visit. It has acid pools, toxic gases, volcanoes, salt flats, and extreme heat. Some parts of it look less like Earth and more like another planet. The colors are bright yellow, green, orange, and white. But the beauty is dangerous. The area is shaped by intense volcanic and geothermal activity. The grounds can be unstable. The air can be toxic. And the heat is brutal. Still, people visit it. That's what makes the Danakil Depression so strange. It is one of the harshest landscapes on Earth. But it attracts scientists, explorers, and travelers because it looks so unreal. It is beautiful in the same way fire is beautiful. You want to look at it, but you know you probably should not get too close. There's an island so dangerous that most people are not allowed to go there. It is known as Snake Island, and it is home to one of the most feared snakes in the world, the golden lance-head viper. This snake is extremely venomous, and the island has a large population of them. Because of that, access to the island is heavily restricted. Only approved researchers and certain officials are allowed to visit. That alone makes the place creepy. Imagine a beautiful tropical island, surrounded by blue water, but instead of tourists, beaches, and hotels, it's filled with venomous snakes. No resorts, no vacation homes, no casual visitors. In the desert of Turkmenistan, there's a burning crater known as the Door to Hell. It looks exactly like the name suggests. A giant hole in the desert, glowing orange, with flames burning inside it. The crater is linked to natural gas. And the common story is that it was set on fire decades ago after a drilling accident. The idea was that the gas would burn off quickly, but it didn't. The flames kept burning for years. The Darvaza gas crater has looked like a portal opened in the middle of the desert. At night, the glow is even more terrifying. The entire crater lights up, and the flames make it look like the ground itself is alive. It is one of those places where the nickname sounds dramatic. The Door to Hell is not just a name, it looks like one. This island is not scary because of animals, volcanoes, or toxic gas. It is scary because you're not supposed to go there. North Sentinel Island is located in the Indian Ocean and is home to the Sentinelese people, one of the most isolated communities on Earth. They have resisted outside contact for a long time, and the Indian government protects the island by restricting access. That means outsiders are not allowed to visit, and for good reason. Contact could be dangerous for both sides. The Sentinelese could be exposed to diseases they have no immunity to, and outsiders who approach the island may be met with hostility. So the island remains mostly untouched by the modern world. Just a remote island where the outside world is not welcome. It is not a place to explore. It is a place to leave alone. Most people imagine Antarctica as nothing but ice. There's a volcano with molten lava inside. Ice on the outside. Fire underneath. That contrast is what makes Mount Erebus so strange. The volcano releases gases, steam, and heat into one of the harshest environments on the planet. It sits in a frozen world, but deep inside, it is alive with fire. It feels impossible, but it's real. Antarctica is not just frozen and empty. It has bleeding glaciers, hidden lakes, and volcanoes with lava inside. The Earth is much stranger than most people realize. Which one of these places creeped you out the most? Was it the bleeding glacier, the toxic cave, or the lake that can kill without touching you? Comment your pick below. And if you like weird geography facts that sound fake and real, subscribe to Geo2 Shorts. The Earth is way stranger than we think.